Oh, there's the feet. There's the feet she was talking about. Wonder if anybody has helpfully graffitied them with a label. Goodness, doing kind of a Colossus of Rhodes thing. A little bit. Mini Colossus. Stone feet. The slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. Bigger than the statue on Mercy? 4 or 5 times bigger, mistress. But it must be of a similar age, however. But you know, the statue on Mercy didn't have feet. Yes, I was going to say something about that, actually. I never thought that it might be unusual before. Are the statue on Mercy and the one here made in the same place? I mean, they don't look like they're the same material. Based on their mineral composition, it is quite possible, mistress. I will consider the matter. Yes. You're right. These are, in fact, the only feet in the game. I can't see why anyone would waste a statue on Elboreth. Perhaps to remind the citizens of higher powers, mistress. Seriously, for a historian, you are so short-sighted. I cannot believe how short-sighted you are. It wasn't always like this. None of these places have always been the way that they are. That's how time works. I have finished my consideration of the stone and the statues, mistress. I believe I have a rough location for where the statues were constructed. Neat! How? Addition, interference, patterns caught in the subsurface chisel marks on the stone surface. To summarize, it is obvious if you look. This way, 6.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
Do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock. It's all more solid than it looks. God's feet has been standing for some time. So I'm about to go into Timor's bar. I'm going to mention again that my theory from the beginning is that Timor is a mafia boss that is the true governing power on Elboreth. I'm also wondering if Timor, I'm less certain about it now, but I did at one point think that maybe Alia was still getting funded by Timor, as she did continue to work for him after she left Elboreth. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Of course. Any character that's named on the timeline, I am going to go and find them and talk to them. I mean, I guess I was feeling a little bit down earlier and was seriously considering just leaving. And I am also glad that I didn't, because I'd forgotten about Timor. All right, let's meet Timor.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's bar.
Why now? Alia Elasra.
Timor had never once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back. Call her Elle. You seem surprised? I'm always surprised when you come back to Elboreth. But happy.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? They gave me another robot. You are a danger to the local economy. Some of us have to work for our assets. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. Mistress. Oh, but you've upset it, Alia. But all the same, the rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. We don't serve your kind here. I will wait as instructed, mistress. They must adore you and Iox to keep giving you those things. The robots are their eyes. And you keep plucking them out. You'll always be a rat, won't you? I decided, like, at the last second, based on what he looks like, that Timor was the talk softly and carry a big gun type. He doesn't have to be loud. He doesn't have to be brash. He knows who he is and he knows he's in charge. It's also fascinating to me that this guy is the one who acknowledges that she's still an Elberethian. That's fascinating to me. Now, of course, it's to his advantage to see her as an Elberethian because then she can be an asset of his. Yes, he is being nice. He is. I wonder what he wants. I do like him, though, I will say. I do like him. He, unlike apparently everyone else in this freaking game, understands that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. I know that's not actually physiologically, biologically true, but there's a reason why that's the saying. I've just had that feeling from the beginning when I was reading the timeline, and it was like almost everybody works for Timor. You're very good health. On the house? This time.
They say rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Timor knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
You're visiting the catechist today? Just came from there. Look at you. The freedom of the two worlds. You should be our ambassador.
He liked me.
You want another raka? No, please. Another time. You look tired. Are you sleeping at night? Of course. The tax collectors from Iox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep. Is that all? Don't pry, Alia. I work hard, Alia, as do we all. How about some good news, then? I have something for you. A telescope. Dating from at least the earliest days of the Empire. And there's something inscribed on the casing. Yoink! I suspect this comes from a totally different site than that book or the spherical device I found before. In fact, I don't think I've seen anything like this telescope before. Which means it must have originated on a site that's undocumented. Where did you get the telescope? From one of my customers. You're not the only one who sails to strange shores, you know. I heard something out there about a darkness. Something that would fall across the whole nebula. Oh, yes? Did you hear that in the war rooms of Iox? They heard it from a robot on a ruined moon. Your life is so romantic, Alia. Honestly, I would believe you more if you'd said you'd seen it written in the waters. Timor, do you ever see O'Roy? She never comes down here anymore. You two were inseparable once. I caught you stealing my Raka cast when you were too small to carry it, let alone drink any. O'Roy picked the lock with a hairpin. The things that girl could do if she put her mind to it. Your friend by the door there should be afraid of her. So, is the cleaning job keeping you busy? I've cleaned up a little, certainly. It's amazing what you can find out there. Picking through dead people's jewelry. Your place is empty, conveniently, and I like it that way. Please don't change. There's no one here. People have to work. Well, some people. Man, even Timor is being kind of a bitch about her change in status. All right. Can I talk to you more? Or is that it? Oh, come on. There were more things I wanted to talk to you about. No? That's a shame. Well, it's been lovely talking to you, Timor. I guess I'll try again later. See you around, Timor. Don't be a stranger. Come on, Six.